Hey guys, it's AJ, and had a couple of friends remind me. I know I haven't really been around to do videos very often, but things are happening for me kind of fast, and there's been some issues here and there with health and family and blah blah blah. I'm not going to bore you. If you really want to know and you want me to explain, I will in another video. But what I thought I would do today is kind of take you through what I'm doing to my laundry room door. You know, I've been working on my cabinets, and of course they're not done, but I'm working on it. The reason why they weren't done was because I didn't have the proper tools. So for Christmas, very early Christmas, actually, I think I got it about a month before Christmas, the Hillbilly gave me my new DeWalt hand sander. I love him. He's nice to me. It's so pretty. Yeah, just joking, guys. Sorry. Anyway, I got my new hand sander, and this puppy does what it's supposed to. But I was trying to use it to do a little more than it was supposed to do. So it was taking me a long time. Well, last week, as an early Valentine's Day gift, I got my new belt sander. And I know, it's in the box, and I'm showing you the box. It's been out of the box, but I put it in there because I'm trying to keep it nice because I've got a lot to do with it. But anyway, I started with a hand sander on this, and the Hillbilly said, stop, stop, stop. That's not a hand sander job. You need a belt sander. We'll get you a belt sander. We had borrowed his dad's belt sander because I didn't have one. The belt broke right away. Belt had probably been on there and not used for a while, or something of that nature. But we needed to get a belt for it. And when we went to look for a belt, I seen that puppy. And it is a Skil. And for the price, it does a wonderful, wonderful job. I'm actually impressed. I had a Skil hand sander, and I'd had it for a long time, a few years, but it just wasn't powerful enough to do what I wanted. So DeWalt really puts a little more kick into it. So I'm happy with that. Today I'm working on my laundry room door, like I said, and this is a four-step actually process. We've already sanded it all down. Just covering it is a four-step process. That's not counting the... Ryan's behind the camera going, oh, he's done a lot of work. He's really helping me quite a bit today. But they can't see your thumb there, buddy. Come over there. There you go. There's his thumb. But anyway, we've already sanded the door all down. And where the paint was in the small grooves, it was going to be really hard to get to anyway. And right here is what it looks like. That's what it looked like all sanded. That's what I'm standing in front of. And the first thing I'm going to do after we scratched up the paint in the small areas, instead of working and getting in there, I'm going to paint that area anyway. So we just scratched it up with sandpaper. I took the shop vac it all off. Then I took a clean rag, a damp rag, and cleaned it all really well. Then I shop vac it a second time. The last step I did, I took a very large paintbrush and I brushed it all really well to make sure there's no dust on this door so my paint doesn't have dust on it. I've got a teeny tiny little brush, and with the green that I used for my trim, I'm going to trim basically this door. After that's done, it has to dry at least a day, probably 2 days. Then I will come back in and I will stain the entire door, except of course for where I painted. There are the basic part of the door, then there are inlays, and in these inlays I'm going to put my favorite plant in the world is ivy. I don't know why I like it, I think it's pretty. So there'll be a lot of ivy in my kitchen. I'm going to use either stencils, or I do have some plastic sticky clingy things that you use, and then you put your polycoat polyurethane over everything. I'll be doing both the sticky things and the stencils in the kitchen throughout, and I'll show you how that goes. But right now, I'm going to paint these little holes here. I've already stirred the paint, got the paint ready, and I've got some of my storage buckets here. The 5-gallon buckets we showed you, they have stuff in them, but right now they're making a perfect table for my paint. So, I'm not going to bore you and make you stand here watching me do this. So I'll turn the camera off and I'll come back in a little bit and I'll give you another shot of what it looked like when I was done. I'm back, guys, and the shot that you just seen was the first covering on my green for my door. I said before this was a 3-step process. I should have said I'm using 3 different techniques. I'm going to paint, I'm going to stain, and I'm going to either stencil or use the little sticky things. That's what I meant, because this is like a 1,000,000-step process, guys. But anyway, I've got the first coat of green on. I'm going to let that dry all the way, and then I'm going to put another one on. Just to let you guys know, I am not a professional anything.
Mom.
Yes.
You're a professional
I'm a
mom.
professional mom, okay. But, I mean, when it comes to this stuff, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it would be easy just to run out and buy new doors so everything looked better. For one, I'm poor, so that's not going to happen. For 2, I'm just a DIY kind of girl, and I like knowing now that this is my house and I'm putting me in it. Blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Sometimes I just have so much on my plate I want to sit down and go, take something from me. But I don't. I keep going. I'm trying. My kitchen is probably going to be the longest process in the world. But we're getting there. Like I said, I'm slow, and I have good days and I have bad days. So this was a good day, so I had to get something done. I'm going to let this dry a little bit, and then I'll put a second coat on it. And hopefully at the end of this video, you'll see the second coat done. And like I said, that'll have to dry for a day or 2. And then I'll come back and clean up all the edges with a hand sander. I started to really freak out. I was going to take a little Q-tip and paint thinner and clean up my edges where I messed up here and there. But then I remembered, Hillbilly, thank you for the idea. I'm going to crisp up the edges with my hand sander. That'll take that paint right off. This is new paint we just did. Comes off really easy like that. The reason why it's taking so long for my cabinets and why I'm doing so much is those cabinets, I don't know how old they are. I know that they were the cabinets that were here when my grandparents bought this house back in the 50s. I know this house is over 100 years old. So a lot of the things that are in this house, I want to restore and use instead of even trying to replace, because a lot of my facings, doorways and things like that are oak, solid oak, and they're going to be beautiful once I get all that nasty paint off of them. They'll just be stained. And like I said, my kitchen will have my ivy going on, and it'll probably flow into the house, and I'll have other little projects I'm doing. But I'm back. I'm getting up there. And 1952 Jeep. I wanted to yell at you real quick and say thank you so much. He sent me a box of goodies for no other reason than he wanted to. He made wonderful pecan bars, and there was jerky, and he made me some doggy jerky just for the little doggies. And I do still have Sin and Jack Daniels, my babies. The friends that I've made here on YouTube are something I can't replace. And I think that I have actually achieved all the goals that I set out to achieve on YouTube. I'm on YouTube because I wanted to make friends that had the same ideas, like-minded people, people that I could discuss stuff like this with. I can't count the number of times I've called and said, hey, 1952 Jeep. Of course, that's not what I called him. You know that. But anyway, how do I do this? What can I do with this? When the Hillbilly was getting ready to make bunk beds, he said, oh, I wish we were neighbors because I've made bunk beds. I know what I'm doing, buddy. I can help. It's like, yeah, I wish you lived next door too, but unfortunately, he's far, far away, and it's not like I can just jump in the car and go see him. I would really love to, and maybe one of these days, yeah, unfortunately, maybe one of these days I'll be able to afford it. Kind of wanted to do it in April when they're having the get-together, but I don't think I'm going to be able to swing it. So I will meet that man and his wife and daughters one of these days if it kills me. But anyway, back to our projects. We're getting this done. I'm going to stop mumbling. I haven't talked to you guys in so long, and I'm sorry that I've
We need to do a back to YouTube video.
out there. Yes, I guess this is kind of my back to YouTube video. I've got a million projects that I want to show you guys and that I did. I'm going to try to get another video up showing you what I did for Christmas, because we did not have a traditional Christmas, I guess. We didn't hang the red and the green like we always do. I have a Ryan that decided he wanted military everything. Everything had to be camouflage for Christmas. And I searched and searched, and the only thing I could find was a tree skirt. I found some stockings, but I would have had to order them online, and they actually use the same stockings every year, and they like them, and I'll show you why for that too. But I'm going to dig out some of the things that I made for this year for Christmas and show you how I gave Ryan his camouflage Christmas. With my 2 little hands, this head that really, you know, doesn't work too well sometimes, but I try. I think he was really happy, and I'll have him in the video with me, and we'll talk about what we did. Anyway, again, I'm sorry I'm mumbling. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.